I think we're finally done with our cleanup work. Well done, Oscar and Bennett. That was quite a firefight we had outside the bakery. At least now we can finally reopen for business, right, Bennett? Right, it's been long enough. It's only a matter of time until this brief calm is shattered again. What do you mean? In the end, Crossbell can survive without Supreme Leader Rufus to guide us. We're so close to attaining everlasting peace. Why must the police and CGF keep trying to prevent that? Bennett, take a breath. What the heck has got into you? What's got into me? How can you be so ignorant that? You've seen that tower. As long as we have that, nobody will think twice about trying to lay a hand on Crossbell ever again. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Not Bennett too. Hey you guys, thanks for coming to everyone 8 once again. I'm sorry to say we're a little preoccupied at the moment. We're not open for business yet. I think you got more pressing issues than opening the bakery right now, Oscar. Is Bennett alright? Well, as I'm sure you have noticed, the rest of the townspeople are all back to normal, thanks to you guys failing everyone. But for some reason Bennett still hasn't snapped out of it. Oh no, that poor girl. I guess the effect of brainwashing haven't worn off for her yet. Yes, all such cases are quite unusual. Maybe somehow the brainwashing resonates so deeply with her mind that it felt weird off when it did for everyone else. Is such thing really possible? I think so. Brainwashing probably controlled people by implying whatever anciently they already had deep down. If so, Bennett must have been carrying some serious worries about something. That could explain why her mind still seemed to be shackled by its effects. When you put it like that, I have noticed that Bennett's been a real big worrywart for a while now. She kept making me swear I won't go off and do anything else dangerous, maybe because I got injured during the war. That's to be it, I imagine. She must have thought that if another war broke out and you got drafted again, you really may never come back. I could see that being the root cause of all of this. Yeah, and then the brainwashing happened to hit at the worst time, and it spiraled out of control. Damn, the real question is, how do we help her? It's okay, Loido, don't worry about it. I think I have an idea of what to do. Those of us at the bakery have our own unique approach to solving problems. And by that you mean... Yep, I'm going to bake some special new bread just for her and have her eat it. This won't be any old baguette either. The flavor going to be so out of this world, it'll bring her back to her senses. Pretty lofty aspiration for a loaf of bread, if you ask me. Well, I suppose we won't know until we try, even if I am more than a little skeptical. Actually, I think he's on something. Bennett's baker too. If Oscar can somehow deliver a shock to her system that speaks to that pride, it could finally cure her. If there's anyone out there capable of such a feat, it's Oscar. Well, I'm convinced. I actually already been preparing to make this bread just in case it came to this. Who knows how well it will work, but it works assured. The only problem is that I'm having trouble finding all of the ingredients I need. It's going to take more time to track them down. I'm sorry to make you wait, Bennett. Hang in there just a little bit longer. Hold on, Oscar. Let us help ya. We can track down what you need. Are you sure? You guys must have your hands full getting ready for your next big operation. Do you really have time? That's irrelevant at this point. We won't be able to concentrate on the operation until we get this sorted out. What he said, we'd rather not have any regrets once the plan is on the way. Much as I'd rather not have yet another thing to worry about, I guess I can dig to help. Us too, count us in. As long as we get some of that yummy new bread of yours, I'm happy to lend a hand. You guys, I don't know what I did to deserve this. Thank you. Now, since you have been kind enough to offer, I own you big time. If you could score me native bellberries. What are those? Yeah, I'm curious to know. I've obviously heard bellberries as a common enough ingredients, but native ones? You see, most of the berries you find are actually artificially cultivated. Native berries grow in the wild. Not only are they hard there, but they possess a different flavor too. They become tricky to harvest lately though. Maybe the local vegetation has been changed or something. I asked people who knows the area around Armorica and even people who travel Maine's mountain path and came up empty-handed. In that case, they could be growing somewhere all along Ursula Road. Let's try by searching some place that haven't been seen much human activity recently. We may have some luck that way. Smart things. Thanks again, everyone. I appreciate you all taking the time to do this. I'll leave procuring the berries to you. I'm like, I got the quest. Unless I already had some. I already got some. Give me 1 second, Oscar. Give me 1 second. Renee? Oh! I knew you could do it, Lloyd. The other police officer told us you were the leader of the big operation. Thank you for saving us. I will call myself all Renee. Okay, okay, here. Hey guys, why are you holding up? We're alright, so you three met up with Sophia? We just happened to bump into each other on the way back from taking care of a few wanted monsters on the highway. And we were just on our way to help with the food bank preparation at the Belheim. We had talked about having Stella and Josh over for dinner the last time we went out to eat with Renee. What a happy accident that we would run into each other again so soon. Sure is. Honestly, I wish the timing were a little better so we could hang out. You mean you are not gonna come eat with us at the Belheim? I wanted to do something to thank Ren for saving me and being my friend. That's awfully sweet, but I don't recall ever saving you. But you know that's not true. Plus Papa said you saved him too. What am I going to do with you? You guys are even closer than I thought. Will it be alright if we drop by after our next big mission is complete? We can also try to squeeze in a small visit as we do our next set of rounds. Dad, we can do that. Oh boy, you always were a softie, Joshua. Of course, we'll be waiting for you to come home safely. Be careful and good luck. I'm like, everybody shut up, Renee's talking. I'm sorry. Hey, it's Yuna. Oh, and she brought the SSS and Class 7 too. Your father already told me everything. I'm so glad that you're alright. Same to you, Mom. And I hope you two have been on your best behavior. By the way, I hear you're helping with a food bank they are setting up. People finally came in and out of the city now that the occupation is over. Several refugees and even entire households are going hungry right now. So we are working with the entertainment and the residential district to set up a food bank and distribute food around the city. Lena reached out to everyone at Villa Rancid to ask for our help as well. It's nice to flex my homemaker muscles for once. We're gonna help too. We get to peel veggies and stuff. Oh, I'm proud of you guys. I gotta make sure I don't fall behind. Your mother is something else, Yuna. Yeah, Lena really is the best. I'm like, why can't I go out the door? I'm like, okay. Okay. I'm thinking where I can find people. Because my throat is killing me. Oh. So they are organizing food drive? That's really neat idea. Wait, I should do something to help out. There must be something I can do. If we go up. No? No one, okay. It's just a quest from you? Oh! Oh, it's you guys. Welcome, I'm glad you could make it. It's been a long time since I last saw many of you, Lapis and her friends notwithstanding. Yeah, over 2 years. Part of me has wanted to visit you. I'm glad that it's happening now. As I am. I had opportunity to examine the city's body language on my way here. In typical Crossbellian fashion, they are doing their best to hang in and keep their heads held high. I've noticed too, I'm sure many of them are scared deep down, but they are fighting it back and doing what they can to smile. Yes, I believe so as well. That's because they have overcome so many trials and tribulations, not just in the last few years, but for a very long time. It demonstrated just how misguided I was to try to take that strength away from them. I should have believed in their strength rather than use Ki and the Septerion's power to reshape reality and erase that perseverance. I have come to understand that more than ever. Mr. Greenwood, I'm glad you can believe in people again. But don't forget that every one of them, everything you said applies to you as well. That's why you have done everything you can to help Lapis and Crossbell, isn't it? You gave up. She's right. You are one of the people who told me how strong humans can be. That's why I was able to gain the chance to rise once more through Rufus. So don't go excluding yourself. Perhaps you're right. I owe my thanks to both of you. Now then, I didn't come here to be nostalgic. It's about time with me to go to work. Did you bring the material I asked, Pete? Yes, sir. Here's the registered 4-inch enterprise and influential people. What do you need that for? The appearance of that tower has Calvar and the other nation on high alert. Something must be done. Easy tension at our boards. That should buy time for all of you to take action. I'm not the civil servant I once was, but I'll use what connection I have remained to help as best as I can. You did have an international reputation, so I'm sure you will be to help in that regard. I appreciate the vote of confidence and do be careful out there. I believe in you just the same. Thank you, we'll get through this. Oh, before I forgot, I want to thank you guys for looking into those weird sounds coming from under the law firm on the day of the signing ceremony. Everyone operating on the ground was able to do so much more safely because you took on that wanted monster request. I forgot all about that, it feels like a lifetime ago. That reminds me that I saw some sort of strange shadow down there that day. Something doesn't feel right, maybe we should go back there to have another look. We're going, Loido. But wait a second, let me... Saliva, I need water. Oh my god. Juna, I wasn't expecting to see you in the neighborhood now, of all times. And you, even with SSS and Class 7, it's quite a surprise to see you all together. I read what you all did in the special issue of Crossbell Times. You must still be working so hard to clean up this newest mess. Yeah, we got our work cut out for us, but we are going to be working together to take care of it as soon as we can. What about all of you? How have you been feeling the last few days? Now that you mention it, both Elsa and I have been feeling a little hazy lately. Thankfully that cleared up a little while ago. Momo and her friends came over to cheer us up, and I think that made all the difference. It did? That's good to hear. Well, what do you know? The Junior SSS is gonna put us out of business at this rate. They are a good bunch of kids, that's for sure. We're going to help distributing supplies to help the evacuation now that we are feeling better. Rest assured we'll be praying for your success in what's to come. Here, take this for the road. Thank Elsa. Oh, thank you. We'll be sure to put them in good use. We should get going now. Stay safe, you two. Thank you for Snow saying, oh my god, that's too much. Are you sure? Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, this was the terminal we used before during our investigation into the spirit veins. Yes, Theo and I were able to produce a long-range spiritual power sears using it. So this terminal has certainly seen better days. I can explain that. It was destroyed by an exploding archaism shortly before the signing ceremony, sadly. I intend to put in a repair order request with the Epstein Foundation, but then, well, you know. Come to think of it, something about this terminal stuck out to Lloyd back then as well. Yeah. Well, it would be possible for you to still search through the terminal's data. It's fine if all that's left are fragments and traces. I just don't want to leave any stone unturned. I suppose there may not be much left to salvage, but I'll see what I can do. Would the three of you mind giving me a hand? I could use Alicia help too. Okie dokie. This should be interesting. I swear, if you make a battle, I'm gonna hit you. I feel like we have seen this name before. Yeah, the military factory. Project Babel. We didn't have any leads on what it could be the first time we came across it. I bet it has nothing to do with the retributed tower through. This project was likely what led to its creation. Is there any data on the project itself? Nothing left that can be analyzed sadly. The memory quartz was heavily damaged. However, there are some records on the new Sambor Soldan's model connected to the project that can still be read. According to these, they were designed and sent into production in August of last year, before the World War began. Wait, that doesn't sound right. You're right, it doesn't make any sense. The final trigger that led to Elysium's creation came on the first day of the war, didn't it? Yes, without a doubt, that's when the wheels were set in motion. But if this record is to be believed, the Helmore and Asmodeon exist before the war. That's impossible. I can confirm that's one of Operation Yugamon leaders. Rest assured we could have deployed such weapons if we had them. No one's refuting that. Though it would mean the information on this memory card is correct, either deliberated or by mistake. All the records here seems to line up though. Maybe our big takeaway should be that if they had been made before the war, then this is what the files would look like. It doesn't change the fact that the tower is already active. None of this information is going to do us any good. It'd be one thing if there has been a lead on how to disable it, but comping up empty-handed like this is a real waste of time. I got to disagree with you there. Any information available at this stage, progress is progress. Though you are right about time being of essence, we have found all we can here, so let's get back to the surface. I didn't come here. The disrespect. You're gonna use the rocket launcher again, right, mama? Damn straight, make sure you hold on the rudder, Jingo. This is a good chance for you to test your airship handling during the mid-air combat. I can handle dogfight. That thing looks pretty beefy, but I'm sure we'll be fine. I know they're talking about the same operation we are, but that doesn't make this conversation any less unsettling. Well, if he's in my favorite customers. So you guys are working with SSS too? I suppose so. It's a long story. Good to be working with you again. Well, look at that. All our guests of honor is in one place. I will even sell you the top shelf stuff, so be sure to take off a look. Yeah, but make it quick. We got prep work to do too, you know. Good to see you, young master. You as well, SSS. I see you are here to prepare for the operation. Ah, hell, we really bunched the timing if we are bumping into you guys. It's been a while since I've seen you, Zax. What since the last Independence Skullfloy a few years ago? Still too soon if you ask me. Come on, Captain, don't be like that. Not that I blame you after last time. Not that I blame you, but business is business, you know. Yes, but this contract has nothing to do with the young Miss or Commander Sigmund. That should be enough to satisfy you. So you're saying this is a job your squad took on personally? I haven't forgot the Red Constellation were the ones who were contracted to attack Crossbell City and set it ablaze. But I also realized that there are more pressing matters than what happened then. We'll take the firepower on our side this time. My sentiments are the same. We'll borrow your talent as long as you don't intend to do any more harm to Crossbell. We can discuss how you can atone for your sins over 2 years ago after we have reclaimed our future. Damn, you guys know how to hold a grudge. I have my own thought on Miss Orlando's action. But either way, business is business. We look forward to working together. If things were still peaceful now, now be the time of day when the trains be coming and going like crazy. Tracks without trains to travel on them aren't even tracks anymore. I'm sick and tired of this city getting occupied. I just can't get that image out of my mind. Talk about crazy. You see, just as I was making an up at the guest house, I was assailed by these intense light out of nowhere. I freaked out thinking I'd be caught in an explosion, but apparently it was some sort of beam fired off by that giant weapon. How terrifying is that? Shouldn't the rest of the staff at Michelin get the heck away? I watched from the sideline as you and the other liberated Crossbell. To say shock my system is an understatement. Please leave the city secure and post-op clean up those us in the Metropolitan Division. With the occupation over Rhymes, deliveries is open for business again. I suppose I'll to get going and deliver to good Saint Ursula Hospital request. Is there even anyone here? I take it Makia, Stoa and the others will be joining in on the big mission. I got to know as they have visited the tower. They are not from here, yet they are fighting for our safety too. That makes me want to my weight as a Crossbellian more than ever. What's happening may be terrifying, but this isn't the time to run. I'm going to stay here and help however I can. Hello everyone, welcome to Orchis Towers General Information Desk. We are ordinarily provided guidance on everything day-to-day living for local residents to sightseeing spot for tourists. However, given the state of emergency, we are currently preoccupied guiding support to Crossbell Police and Guardian Force. That said, if you run into any inconvenience while inside the tower, please let us know. I was on the upper floor of the tower when that giant super weapon fired off its laser. Given how visible Lake Elm is from atop of the tower, I may as well have a front row seat to launching an assault on Erebonia. I shudder to think it could have gone off again in just a matter of hours. Doesn't feel real. The what? Oh, nobody. Nobody? Okay, a lot of people, okay. Oh! Figures you guys will show up. So this is where you run off to, Garcia. I heard you took the member of the EDF that had returned to normal and helped with the liberation mission. So these two also took part? Nah, they were here, so I figured I could put them to work after the effect of that dance wore off. Some help they are, though pretty damn useless. Why do you say that? They are just like everyone else who hasn't broken free the effect of the dance. They're kissing Rufus as we have served under Lord Rufus ever since the Erebonian Civil War. He had the ambition of a man with half his talent and a rank. We will do anything to see the future he saw become reality. For what? We lost the Great War, and now our dreams have been crushed yet again. Our glorious Lord Rufus has been slain. So how could we possibly change sides at this point? As men who serve under him, it is our final show of loyalty to see where this all ends. You two are that devoted? It's somewhat understandable. Luthor's in our reputation for being even more charismatic than the proper Duke Albarea before the Civil War. You must have seen quite a dream in that man. My lord? But you fell in battle. How are you here? Who's to say? Perhaps a ghost is standing before you? Regardless, I have my doubts that you truly understood what that man desired. Approval. Above all, he wanted to surprise his true father and be recognized. That's all. That can be true, and even if it was, it won't have deterred you from seeing the United Nations, a new era, come to fruition. Don't make me laugh. You are not revolutionaries. You are insurgents blinded by delusion. Stop and open your eyes. Your leader was nothing more than a scape-convicting mountain and insurrection that threatened the entire world. A new era, a united nation. Mere words meant to glorify his despicable action. It's surreal hearing that coming from your mouth of all people. I have no rebut that maybe you were intoxicated by the idea of changing the world. I thought I understood you in a way that no one else could. But now how we can deny our delusion after hearing all of that? Why? Why did we ever agree to take part in any of this? What was the point? Finally got through your thick skulls, huh? Hate to tell you that there are still plenty more where these two idiots came from. So don't go thinking you're some hero just because you dress down two measly soldiers. Yes, I'm well aware. That's why our attention is on the tower first and foremost. That's right, I hope you don't mind continuing to look after people like them until we're done, Garcia. Just don't keep me waiting, Bannings. All finishing with your meeting? Yes, thankfully. We have the general gist of the operation, now it's time to go over them with each division and organization. The RP will also be providing the necessary supplies for the operation. The majority of the weapons and munitions have already been delivered. Rest assured that the remaining supplies will arrive in time for the mission. Even with the help, I will be lying if I say our chances of success are high. We'll have to work together better than ever to overcome the odds again. I'll do everything I can to make this work as both this operation commander and as the one coordinated with the other nation. I hear you were using your NGO connections to share information with the other countries. You're a real lifesaver. Neither way, my grandfather nor I had the opportunity to do that given the circumstances. Please, I'm only doing what I can to help. Speaking of connection, have you heard anything from Arteria, Gaius? Yes, the church has decreed both the RetroBlue Tower and Elysium are special exceptions that warrant intervention. They may be exact opposite of artifacts in the sense they could have only been produced in present times, but the other dominions have been mobilized to keep the chaos from spreading through their neighbor countries, nothing less. That's interesting but no unwelcome news. I agree, this operation is a very fly-by-night operation, but it may just succeed with the operation of so many different collaborations. Let's say none are more key than your team. Make sure you are ready for what's ahead. Will be, Commander. Yes, ma'am. We'll all prepare as thoroughly as possible. In the time before the operation, we won't leave with any regrets. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, to go. Ah, that's the church, right? That's the church, yeah. That's the church, right? I love talking. Imagine if everything got voice. That would be so cool. Me and Rose are gonna play hide and seek with Sister Juju after this. No way my stupid dad's gonna come pick me up. Oh yeah, I can play outside as much as I want now that the ADF's gone. I'm so glad the city's been free without harm. Someone named Matthew also got in touch with me about Canon over MWL2. I know it's not over yet, but I feel much better compared before. And that's all thanks to the SSS and your friends, and of course you, Kia. Ha, thank you. It's our pleasure. I get where he's coming, but does he have to be so loud? Guess that's how just kids are, huh? Kia, I'm so glad you're okay. You can always count on the SSS, huh? We're waiting for mom and dad to come get us. So you know, we figured we mess with a sister here to kill some time. Nothing ever changed with you guys. By the way, I'm glad you're both okay. Don't push yourself too hard, Kia. We are kids, leave all the heavy duty stuff to the adults. Don't worry, I got plenty of adults who are looking out for me. For a moment I thought there was somebody there. Oh, not there like here. Here to pay your respects. A friend of yours just dropped by too, you know. Talking to dearly departed is the best way of reflecting on what you have been doing with the life you still have. You take all the time you need. Friend? Don't. Mother. Iteris and Shizuku. Himos safe brought her here so they could tell Saya what happened. So you all came to visit too? Oh, hi everyone. And you brought Kia. Shizuko, I'm so glad you're okay. Likewise, I was very sick when I heard you have gone missing. Sorry about that. I'm all good now. I didn't think we'd run into each other again before the operation. I suppose we were both thinking the same thing. Yeah, I wanted to pass a message to Guy. And I wanted to see my dad. I suppose coming here is something we all do to prepare ourselves. So it will seem. This is always how it has been for us too. I can only imagine how worried Mother has been for us. I want to let her know that me and Father were going to be okay. That's so sweet, Shizuku. It was the contest nature of Crossbell that led to the incident that took Saya from us. I once thought the only way to honor her sacrificing was to carve our future where Crossbell would be independent. But my reasoning was misguided and what we had planned was doomed from the start. But one day of the signing ceremony I felt the future I dreamed of was within reach, and it was all thanks to the future you created. Surely we can grasp that future again by stopping that tower. I believe so too, Darius. The path ahead of us has never been an easy one, but the future will be brighter than ever on this operation success. I know it. None of us have any intention of letting go of the hope we have finally managed to find. Let's give this everything we got, Darius. For Crossbell. Of course, I'll be counting on you all once more. Really? Nobody gonna say anything? I had the chance to return home during the occupation, but I just couldn't stand partial from my business. Who's banned? business. What's wrong with me? Oh my god, sorry. I did feel terrible for imposing upon the church, but they were too kind to allow me to stay. My husband is always instilling me with courage. Speaking to him through prayer helps me to realize that no matter what may come, everything will be alright. They always say like, shining abyss from the abyss, shining the goddess, shining abyss, abyss, abyss. Is she on the abyss? It's a relief that the even force could lay claim the cathedral. If only we could have been able to enter the city through all this. I suppose I should just be grateful that our supplies held up even with so many refugees coming in. I know the children had quite a rough time of it, but they did a magnificent job staying strong. Thank you. There's no point in going out right now. The city is still in chaos, and I have no way of leaving the States so I can go home. It's best to stay put and see how things develop before deciding what to do next. What was supposed to be a fun trip around Crossbell turned into a total confidant here at the cathedral. It's not exactly the vacation I hoped for, but I'm thankful for the Septian Church for giving me somewhere to go in my time of need. That terrible weapon suddenly appeared just when it was safe to return to the city. Oh Edios, please protect the people of this continent so that no harm comes to them, I beg of you. I know it's too soon to celebrate, but I couldn't be happier to see the city free again. Now the children that had to take refuge at the cathedral can return to their homes. The church is capable of wonderful things, but crises such as this are a reminder that we can replace family and genuine bonds. Ah, so you have returned after all, you have done well. Scarlett was here earlier to brief me on everything that's happened. It's good to hear the brainwashing has worn off and things are much calmer around the city. I should have known she'd get here the word out by now, such a busy bee. So yes, that's correct, we have managed to avoid full-scale panic in the city at the very least. How long they last within the tower looming over us is another matter. We're on our way to get rid of it. I authorized your congregation operation in Crossbell again, thinking it will prevent incidents like this. However, I will hold my tongue for further complaints. I realize this matter vastly exceeds your typical jurisdiction. I'll be praying for your success all the same. The fate of the continent rests on each of your shoulders. Appreciate it. We'll need all the prayers we can get. Elios, you're a fucking mystery. I'm like, I don't trust you, you know? Lloyd, thank you so much for what you did for the city. I'm glad to see you, Ellie, and Kia are alright. I can understand just how important it is that you have brought hope to everyone's hearts. Everyone in the cathedral in this much higher spirit than they were before. It's good to see them smiling again. We all know things are still dire, but we are holding out faith that we'll find a way to pull through again. May I just be with you all for what's to come. Thank you, Sister Maribel. We are not going to lose faith either. That's right, we'll do whatever it takes to put an end to this madness. Just sit tight in the meantime. We promise we'll be careful. Most people who took refuge here have already returned to the city. Sister Juju is outside looking over the children who haven't picked up yet. Things sure changed since a few years ago. She's a real hit with them now. I think I will take this opportunity to clean up the classroom while they are outside.